Hey there, you're watching Bare Knuckle Binder. Welcome to the channel. Part 2, tearing into the B-120. We got to get the head off this motor for one, and then see what shape the valves look like they're in. I'll probably put a socket on the crank if I can get one in there, and if not, I'll probably just pull this head and get started on it. So I got to get this motor unstuck. It would be nice to be able to get this thing running under its own power. At the same time, I probably just want to pull this motor out and take it into the garage so I can have the full shop there to tear it down and clean it up, make sure it's loose, get it unstuck. But even so, it's going to be easier to pull it out of here with the head off of it. So my first step is taking the valve cover off, and then I guess I'll pull the head. So here we go. So they're oily and black, obviously, like dirty oil, but they are not rusty, so that's a good sign. I don't see anything bent yet. I don't see anything out of place. Now, if I can get a socket on that, it should be an 1.5 inch nut on the crank pulley there. Sometimes you can jiggle them and they'll free up, so I'm gonna try that. Figure I'd try the easy way before we get to the hard way, right? So well, she's definitely stuck. It always helps to double check, but I am going to pull this head now. Really quick, I want to show you that I found this stuff not only in the radiator. I'm not really sure what that is, but there's some in the thermostat housing too. I think it's probably some mouse nest or something. Somehow got into the cooling system, but we got to take the radiator off and clean that all out. Radiator in all these trucks is pretty easy. Just 2 rows of 1/2 inch, and then the radiator just lifts right out of there in the shroud. The front clip bolts down on the frame, but we don't have to take that off just yet. We'll take it off when we take the motor out. I'm going to take the whole front clip off and then lift the motor up and pull the truck back. So we are not there yet. Alright, let's get this carbon manifold off of here. That doesn't look so good. Alright, so I was saying in the last video, this manifold, the top one's cracked. You can see it really well here. But the lower manifold looks like it's in pretty decent shape, but I won't know for sure until I get it off. Aftermarket temp gauge, that's probably what's dangling on the dash. And then we got this really uncool plumbing fitting that I don't think I can get off of there without hitting this valve. So I'm just gonna have to turn it to the side so I can get to the head bolt there. Gotta pull off all this stuff, all the plugs. This junk. Junk. Coil looks good though, huh? Also junk. Alright, so at this point, the only thing I gotta move is that plumbing fitting and then pull out the rest of the head bolts. Alright, now this guy, I'm wondering how I should do that. I just heard that head flex off of there. The way that the coolant came out of that thing and the way that it's kind of flexing up, I can hear it. I think the head is warped slightly, but we'll see. All right, well, let's just see how bad it is. Oh, it's not great. Not happy about that coolant in there, but that just happened. Well, now, obviously that is not ideal. That one I'm looking at in particular. But I don't think it's insurmountable to make this run again. Definitely gonna need a new set of rings. Oof. All right, well, I guess I'll put some Freol in these cylinders because they gotta come out at some point. Might as well get them soaking now. I'm gonna take the head back to the shop. I've got replacement heads if I need to add them. Yeah, I don't think we're too far gone on this. It's not ideal. It's definitely not ideal. But it's definitely, I think it's something to work with. All right, so made some progress on the motor. Let's make some progress on the cab. You can see I came by here, put some bezels out here. That's a little premature because we got a lot to do before I can use those. So I think I'm just gonna clean out this cab a little bit. I didn't bring any garbage bags or anything. You can probably just pull the seat out and the glass. Have the glass there for the back of the cab. See if we can find anything cool. Windshield de-icer. What's left of the original dome light lens. All right, let's take a look at this. Look at that. I brought that down from Wisconsin from the parts truck. Neither of them look very good. But, so, this is a mess. It looks like I should bring back a shovel and get this all out of here. I haven't really found anything cool in here, but if there is anything cool in here, it's buried underneath all this garbage. Just dirt and seeds, and I don't know if a mouse was living in here or a squirrel. Heavy nut diet, whatever it was. The seat, this back seat looks like it might be still good, salvageable. Driver's seat, it's pretty trashed. I've got some spare seats, so I'm not even gonna bother with this one, I don't think. I'm still stoked about that original key. That Scout ashtray might end up in Jess's Scout. This is weird to me. It seems like it's only got one lever for the transfer case. That's strange, right? It should have two, a high-low and a front wheel and gauge, so I'm gonna get under there and look at it. Alright, so it's hard to see because of these pipes. Let's see here. That's a lever, and that's a parking brake. Let's come back here. I think this, I'm wondering about this transfer case because it should be like an MP201, which is both high, low, and four-wheel drive, but this looks different to me. And then the parking brake obviously is going to the band on the back. Interesting. That is not stock linkage that I've ever seen. The linkage is like a dog's hind leg. Let's see what's up here. Yeah, that's weird to me. What is that? Extra linkage in there? Oh, that's a... okay, I guess. That's strange. Is that some type of double shifting setup? What is this? What is going on here? All right, well, I'm gonna have to look in this more. I've got the transfer case out of my A120 back home that I can throw in this if we need something, but it's just strange. I've never seen a setup like that. Plus, it doesn't look like it's ever had two levers. It's strange. I mean, some of it could be ignorance on my part. Obviously, I work on older stuff, so I don't know if they went to a single stick in '59, but I don't think they did. Anyway, I'll look into this and we'll figure it out. But man, that's interesting. If anyone's got any input on this, let me know in the comments. There's a passenger side look at it too. That's an old shift stick. You know, I don't know, man. I really don't think that's original. I've been wrong before. You know, it's rare. It's very rare, but I've been wrong in the past. That looks like a stock transfer case knob that he took welded on a shifter, because it's a flat piece here, and then yeah, and I noticed he put hoses over the shifters for some reason. Maybe being a welder, he was making sure he was well insulated. I don't know, who knows? Maybe it's to keep rattles down. Maybe just like the look of it. It is quite fashionable. And here is, oh, $1 million, that's what that's worth. Going on eBay almost immediately. Electric fence handle. I don't think the musical fence was electric. Old rags. Yeah, I should come back with a dustpan and garbage bag and definitely some gloves. Definitely gloves. I could vacuum this all out, but I'd probably go through a bunch of batteries and it's just be kind of pissing up a rope in my opinion. Some of that original color, that's pretty cool. Yeah. All right, well, so that's just a quick update, I guess. Didn't make it too far into this thing, but I got the head off. Got to see what the motor looks like on the inside. It's pretty rough. I've got it soaking in Freol right now, but I think I'm going to try and experiment on it in the next video. So just something just for the hell of it, because obviously I'm going to have to pull that thing apart. I'm going to have to, you know, pull all the slugs out of the cylinders and hone it up at least, re-ring it. I think those pistons, we can make them work. I mean, don't call this channel Bare Knuckle for nothing. Next video, let's clean out this cab, work on getting that front clip off, maybe. Definitely try this experiment on the motor. I'm pretty excited about that. So, thanks for watching, and if you don't mind, like and subscribe, that really helps me out a lot. And I do want to say real quick, I've had some folks on Instagram and on the YouTube channel ask about shirts and stuff. So I do have shirts. I have an online store. It's through drop shipping, so you know, you order the shirt and it gets sent to you. I don't actually handle them, but it's the best way I've got to go on right now. I got some cool shirts. I've got a hoodie, sweatshirts, stickers. Check them out. So anyway, thanks for watching. Be safe. I'll see you next time.